You're the one that benefited from it. Couldn't you have ridden a bicycle or maybe some fairy dust to get here?
Ted Cruz let the witness explain the entire theory first, and then asked one question. And that flipped the entirety of the room, guys.
One final bit of questioning for you, Mr. Arkush. Define for this committee what homicide means.
Oh, sure. So homicide is a legal term that refers to, it's essentially a blanket term for any form of unlawful killing. And an unlawful killing is causing death with a culpable mental state. Causing a death means substantially contributing to it or accelerating it. And a culpable mental state could be negligence, knowledge, recklessness.
Okay.
So you wrote an article in 2023 entitled, quote, Climate Homicide, Prosecuting Big Oil for Climate Deaths. In that article, you argue that oil and gas executives could be prosecuted, not just sued, but criminally prosecuted for homicide, for murder, based on climate change. Is that right?
That's right. I mean, I would be careful with the wording because murder, again, is a technical term. And definitely we're not arguing that they could be prosecuted for first-degree murder. That's killing with, intent.
But you want to put them in prison for homicide, lock them up, treat them as criminals, put them in. Murderers people who commit homicide get put in jails with violent criminals. And your position is this is a reasonable and rational thing that we should put the people leading the energy companies in America, producing 8.5 million jobs, we should arrest them and throw them in jail. Is that correct?
It could be the case that some executives should be prosecuted in that way. Of course, you can't put a corporation in jail, so there are other remedies in that situation.
But you can put human beings in jail, and presumably you'd put the corporate officers in jail.
Yes, you can.
You'd prosecute them for murder. So don't let there be any ambiguity. And by the way, Senator Whitehouse was really eager to make clear that you're the minority witness. You're the witness he wanted. He was eager to introduce you. I'm going to go on the record as saying that is a moonbeam wacky theory that you want to prosecute people creating jobs and producing energy for murder. Let me ask you, Mr. Arkush, how did you get to the Capitol today?
So,
oh, no.
Here's what I want to tell you.
How did you get to the Capitol today?
I took an Uber.
You took an Uber.
Yep.
Now, was that in an automobile?
Yes.
Did that automobile have gasoline in it?
Yes. This is very, very cute. I see where this is going.
So I'm glad you think it's cute. Under your theory, you emitted carbon emissions.
Yep.
Should you be arrested in this room right now and prosecuted for murder?
No.
Why?
That's not what the law holds.
Oh, bro, arrest yourself right now.
So
tell me why, because you're willing to say the guy who sold you the gasoline should be prosecuted for murder. You're the one that benefited from it. Couldn't you have ridden a bicycle or maybe some fairy dust to get here?
The guy who sold the gas and 50 years ago knew that it was going to cause globally catastrophic damage that would cause problems for humanity.
But you have exquisite knowledge of this. You were saying you were an expert. So on mens rea,
I'm not done.
You have a level of culpability.
Absolutely.
Because you claim that the act of getting in that car was violence. It was murder, that you should be locked up. Why do you get to violate these principles in a way that you just want to lock up the person who sold you the gas, but not the beneficiary of it?
That's your claim, not mine, because to be liable, there are a bunch of reasons, but one of them is you have to substantially contribute to the harm, to the death.
Okay,
and
so how many car rides is substantially? Is it 1? Is it 2? Is it 10? How many?
A single individual couldn't possibly contribute enough. The point is...
Well, what about if, say, you're a Democrat politician who
do you want me to answer
What about if you're a Democrat politician who flies private jets?
It would be helpful if you're asking the questions. Doesn't he get to answer them?
He gets to answer them in my time, just like he gets to answer them in your time when you are asking them.
Seems like I don't get to answer.
So what about Democrat politicians who fly private planes all the time? People like John Kerry, who say, for someone like me, a private jet is the only reasonable way to travel.
Oh, they get a pass because, of course, they have shared ideology, guys. That's the default.
John Kerry has the climate footprint of a small town in Tennessee. Would you prosecute John Kerry for murder?
So, depending on how you calculate it, U.S. Fossil fuel or the oil majors, private oil majors, are responsible for around half of global emissions.
My question was, would you prosecute John Kerry for murder?
Obviously not. No.
Okay, so Democrat politicians are exempted.
There is no individual.
Democrat activists are exempted.
I'm not going after people for carbon footprints. The whole thing is actually.
Well, why not, though? Under your principle, carbon is killing us. You claim it is homicide. By the way, this is a whack job theory. You teach in law school. If one of your law students wrote this on an exam, any law professor, General Kobach, you were a law professor for years. If I wrote, it's homicide, lock him up, what grade would you give me and why?
It wouldn't be a good one. And part of the problem here is the same problem that the Baltimore judge, in rejecting all of the 8 claims brought by the city of Baltimore, pointed out with regard to public nuisance theory. And that is, it's not just the company that took the oil out of the ground. The individual consumer made a choice to use it as well. She said she dismissed all of their claims, rejected their attempt to stretch public nuisance doctrine to cover, quote, the results of fossil fuel usage and gas emissions by third parties located all over the world. You can't put the blame either in a homicide case or in a public nuisance case just on the company that extracted the oil from the ground, because everybody's using it and we're all involved in it, and that's why it doesn't fit homicide easily and it doesn't fit public nuisance easily either.
Right. With all respect, I don't think that Mr. Kobach is familiar with the relevant law in this case. A defendant in a homicide case can't defend by saying somebody used my products exactly as I intended them to while I was lying to them about
So you're saying we should prosecute you for murder?
No.
Because you drove an automobile here?
No. I'm saying...
Well, you said you couldn't use a defense. The fact that somebody else does it, you contributed. You're a murderer. Under your wacky theory, you're a murderer too.
I'm not sure I should be trying to speak.
Say it out loud.
Can I finish the sentence?
For once, we agree. Senator White.
Guys, I didn't want to stop this. I'm sorry, guys. Normally, we stop for a little bit. We have like a slight conversation kind of in the middle of things here, but I'm not sure there was really much to say here, guys. All right. Like, this is how you get cooked in real time here. All right. Like, what chance did this man have walking into this hearing? Okay. Sitting down, saying such an outrageous thing here. Okay. Levying upon people that run an industry here. Now, is the industry sometimes troubling? Yeah. But unfortunately, we all utilize it. Laws change over time. A lot of the times when you start to realize that the overwhelming population, the majority of people, are basically now doing what was once considered illegal. Are you guilty of ending someone's existence because you drove your car to the store to get, milk for your kid? Are you guilty? Because that's basically the logic that I'm hearing here, guys. Guys, there are some places around the world that have once existed that no longer exist because water has covered them, okay? And this is way before, understand this here, water covered some of these places way before the advent of cars, all right? Everything happens on Earth kind of in a cycle here, right? I mean, and that's kind of my overall dilemma with the idea or talking point of this here in the first place here. That's my dilemma. That's my talking point. That's where I kind of am right there on that here. But yeah, guys, listen, based off of this guy's own logic, he should definitely be getting ready to arrest himself. All right. For the deletion of a small island nation. All right. Do it immediately, sir. But listen, guys, if you guys are new here, please like and subscribe. In the meantime, I'll go ahead and catch you guys in the next one. Make sure you guys click one of these videos that are popping up kind of around me. YouTube really thinks that you will like this one. I'll catch you guys later.